Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bill Smith. I'm manager of Northern New Jersey region for auction.com. We're here at Culture Estate, welcoming you to our Ocean, Middlesex, and Monmouth County pre-auction review. Today, we're going to review about 20 assets from these three counties coming to auction the week of November 5th and, of course, November 12th. So pay attention. There will not be an auction in Ocean County on November 6th due to the Election Day holiday. Once again, I'm going to start this off with my expert panel. Luis, let's get going.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for watching once again. Today we have a really great panel, as Bill had mentioned earlier. We're going to walk you through the steps on how to buy a foreclosure property without even stepping foot inside. You're going to hear from industry experts and people who do this on a regular basis. So I'm going to start off by introducing our panel. All the way to my left, I have Jim. Go ahead, Jim.
Hey everyone, I'm Jim Stark. I'm the owner of Jersey Strong Construction. We're a full-service construction company. We help our investors find the homes, evaluate the homes for the construction cost, and everything from the roof, basement to the roof. We can help you work with. I'm
David Weintraub with Temple View Capital. We are hard money lenders. We lend nationwide. We go up to 100% financing on properties, depending on experience, anywhere between 80 and 100% of purchase. And we also only need a foundation in order to do a flip property. So we will do with a house that already exists or a house that has to go up.
Hello, everybody. My name is Greg Petrosky. I'm from Fortune Title Agency. We're based out of Roseland, New Jersey, and we service all of New Jersey and Pennsylvania. I will be your title specialist here, so I'll kind of run you through with the information provided, what we have on the properties and things to look out for.
That's nice. Well, thank you, guys. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and jump right in. Before we get started, let's introduce myself very quickly. I'm Leva, the CEO of Culture Estate. We're a full-blown real estate company in Scotch Plains, but we do business pretty much everywhere in Jersey. So if you guys ever have any questions or you need some help with a property or how to buy a property, please reach out to us by going to culture.estate. That's again, culture.estate, no .coms. Okay, so let's jump into our presentation for today. All right, our opening property for the day is located at 8 Alpine Court in East Brunswick, New Jersey. So what we've done here is we've been able to locate information from past MLS listings that have given us the ability to give you guys the information you need to make that decision without going ahead and stepping foot inside. So with this property, we figured out that the home is actually a single family home, a split level with 3 bedrooms and 2 baths. It has a living area of 2,016 square feet. Home was built back in 1966, has a partial basement, and is located on a quiet cul-de-sac street. Total taxes on this property are about $10,402 a year. This home can sell for about $439,750 when it's in good condition. Budget at least $40,000 for repairs for this property. And if you decide to rent it, you can get as much as $2,950 per month. Title?
All right, so title. So these reports are given to us by auction.com, and this first report doesn't really have too much information on it. The thing I do see is the list pendants was filed and renewed recently, which is a good thing. So it will be more than likely going to foreclosure, obviously. Other than that, make sure you check your taxes. This is something you're going to hear me say constantly on every single one of these, like a broken record. Any taxes that are due and open, you do have to pay, including open liens from tax liens from the past. So make sure when you call up the municipality or the town and find out what is owed on current taxes, past taxes, and any tax liens that are against the property, and find out who's been paying them.
All right, based on the estimates of this property, we would go up to 90% of the purchase in this property, and again, 100% of the rehab. Expect to be around $35,000 to $45,000 all in. That includes title, insurances, and everything else to close. So expect to need $35,000 to $45,000 out of the table to close on this property. And a side note, I used to play street hockey on that street.
That's a rough block.
It's a rough block, yes. I used to play on that street.
All right, the roof on this house is found to be in average condition. The siding on the house is vinyl and in average condition. The windows look to be vinyl in decent condition. Driveway is in fair condition, may need some patching and coating. The landscape is average and needed some TL.
But the town is phenomenal.
Oh, yeah. Great time.
Minus Jared.
Yeah. All right. Our next property now is 872 Wood Avenue on Woodbridge, New Jersey. Let's go ahead and jump into the next slide. Okay. Well, here we're gonna. We found that this property is a single family, so it's. We've confirmed that amount, that information. It has 4 bedrooms and 2 baths. The living area in this property is 1,812 square feet. The home was built before 1900, so be careful with that. Your insurance costs may be higher. It was built in 1876 approximately. It's in a great location, has great schools, and it's renovated throughout. So the home has been kept up pretty well. It's on a corner lot and has lots of yard space. The taxes on this property are about $9,121 per year. The home can be resold for approximately around $400,000. Budget around $45,000 for repairs, and you can get as much as $2,800 in rent.
All right, and title for this property. Don't have much of a title history when it comes to the mortgages. I do have that there is a first lien for 314 against property. Other than that, make sure you call and check on your taxes.
Based on numbers that we have here, expect to get around $240,000 for the purchase of this property, which is about 90%. And expect your closing costs all in to be anywhere between $28,000 and $50,000, depending on your experience. You know, if you're a first timer flipping a property, expect you're going to need around 25 to 30% of the purchase price to complete a deal. But if you have a lot more experience, again, we can get you 100% of purchase and 100% of rehab on a property like this.
Okay, the roof on this house is an architectural type in excellent condition. Front of the house has stucco type finish with custom details, which was in above average condition. Windows look to be new vinyl in good condition. Front door is above average condition. Garage door is average condition. The sides of the house and back were vinyl siding in above average condition, along with all the trim work and soffits. The driveway is concrete in good condition, and the landscape was well maintained.
Good year.
Okay, Centennial. That's not something America. They were raging in that house that night. Remember that party.
Our next property now is located at 790 Curry Road in North Brunswick. This home has an approximate debt of $309,000. What we found out about this house is that it is confirmed to be a single family. It does have a pool. It doesn't mention whether it was in ground or above ground. Living area of this property is 1,481 square feet. Lot size is just over 8,000 square feet. Home was built in 1967, and the taxes on this home are approximately $890 per year. This home can be sold roughly around $350,000 when it's in good shape. Budget $45,000 in repairs, and you can get about $2,500 for rent.
All right, and title on this, once again, I don't have too much title information. I do see that there was a list pendants filed back in 2017, or renewed, I should say, which is good. Other than that, make sure you call and check on the taxes.
Based on the numbers of this property, based on the purchase price, you can expect to get anywhere between $185,000 all the way up to $228,000 for the purchase of this property. Expect your closing costs, all your closing costs, all in to be anywhere between $22,000 up to $35,000.
All right, the roof on this house is found to be in average condition. The vinyl siding on the house is average condition, just need power washing. Brick facade on the front of the house is in average condition. The windows look to be vinyl in decent shape, and the landscape of the property was well maintained.
I at least want to take a photo.
What's your plan?
Let's see if this works.
Peace. Awesome.
Next property, located at 816 Route 35, Lawrence Harbor, New Jersey. This home has an approximate debt of $274,345. On our next slide, we were able to confirm the home is a single family with 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, has a living area of 837 square feet. This home was built in 1947. It's according to the MLS, it's a perfect starter home with an eating kitchen, walk to the beach. So you can't beat that. Taxes on this home are about $41.15 a year. This home can be resold for about $235,000 when it's in good condition. Budget $40,000 for repairs, and you can get about $1,500 in rent.
All right, title on this. There is a long history on this when it comes to title. Mortgage been bought a bunch of times, but everything seems to be all right. Checking out. Like I said, just make sure you check your taxes on this property and find out what's owed on it.
Based on the numbers, expect to get anywhere, or estimate around $120,000 for the purchase, give or take. We can go up to the full purchase amount of $144,500, assuming it comes in at that price. All in, your closing costs on a property like this, again, depending on experience, you can expect to be anywhere between $12,000 all in and $25,000 all in. That's all costs, including title, points, and all fees.
All right, the roof on this house was in fair condition. Siding on the house is vinyl in average condition. We needed some power washing. Windows look to be new vinyl replacements. Concrete steps in front of the house look to be in good condition, but needs some new handrails. And the property is overgrown and needs a lot of TLC.
Please move this window away, Syed.
Try.
How many times I have to ask?
All right, our next property now is 1569 West 6th Street in Piscataway. This home has an approximate debt of $307,913. On our next slide, we're able to confirm the home is a single-family ranch with 2 bedrooms and 1 bath. The home sits on about a quarter acre. It was built in 1947. Home has a large basement with also a large deck, and it also has close transportation to New York City bus line. Total taxes in this property are $5,327 per year. This home can be resold for about $238,000 when it's in good condition. Budget $40,000 for repairs, and you can get about $2,200 in rent per month.
All right, and this property has a little bit going on with the history also, but everything looks to be good. The LP looks to be good. Once again, just make sure you call and check those taxes.
Yeah, I expect to get approximately $135,000 for the purchase of this property based on the as-is of $149,000. Your closing costs all in will be anywhere between $20,000 and $30,000. And again, Piscataway is a pretty hot town right now, and not only near buses, but also obviously near New Brunswick for train.
The exterior of this house looks to have been recently renovated with a new roof, new vinyl siding, along with all the trim, soffits, rake boards, and soffits, rake boards, and fascia boards all wrapped with aluminum. The windows are new vinyl replacements, and the property itself is in average condition with needed some TLC.
Next property now is located at 15 Roberts Road in New Brunswick. This home has an approximate debt of $450,000. On our next screen here, we're able to confirm the home being a single family home. It's a Cape Cod style with 4 bedrooms and 1 bath. Has a living area of 1,482 square feet. Lot size of about 6,700 square feet. The home was built in 1951. Has 2 levels, and the taxes on this home are $5,655 per year. The home can be resold for about $310,000 when it's in good condition. Budget $60,000 for repairs, and you can get about $1,800 a month in rent.
All right, and title on this looks to be pretty clear. Nothing crazy. Just make sure you call and check on those taxes.
Again, based on the as-is of $187,000 estimated, expect to get approximately $168,000 for the purchase. Your total cost, cash to close on a deal like this, will probably be anywhere between $20,000 and $30,000 to $35,000, depending on your experience.
All right, the roof on this house is an architectural type, which was in above average condition. The siding on the house is vinyl in decent condition, needed some power washing. Windows look to be vinyl in good condition. The house has a wood porch and steps that need to be checked for code. That's what the steps didn't look like they were in code. The asphalt driveway needs some repairs or replacement, and the landscape needs some TLC.
All right, next property now is 79 Hoffman Road in Monroe. Approximate offset on this property is $255,777. Next slide, we're able to confirm this is a single family ranch with 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. Living area in this home is 1,848 square feet. Home was built in 1970 and was totally renovated in 2011 as per the MLS. Has a full basement, also has a 3-car garage. Huge backyard. Taxes in this property are $8,742 per year. Home can be resold for about $436,000 when it's in good condition. Budget $50,000 for repairs, and you can get about $2,850 a month per rent.
All right, and title on this property seems to be pretty clean. Nothing crazy. Once again, just make sure you call and check up on those taxes.
Yeah, based on the numbers here of $293,000, again, you'll get approximately $260,000 for purchase. Expect your all-in amount to be around $45,000 to $60,000 on a property like this. Looks like there's a ramp there. Monroe is a very, very heavily senior community. So again, that will be a property that looks to be already adjusted for that situation.
The exterior of this house looks to have been recently renovated also. Has a new architectural type roof, vinyl siding and vinyl replacement windows. Garage doors looked all to be new. It was actually, everything was in excellent condition. The property itself was in average condition with need some TLC.
Okay, our next property now is located at 4 West Alton Place in Old Bridge. This home has an approximate debt of $610,000. On our next slide, we're able to see that this home is confirmed to be a single family split level with 4 bedrooms, 1 bath. The living area in this home is 1,836 square feet. Lot size just under 10,000 square feet. Home was built in 1960. At one point, this home was bank owned, so it's had a troubled history. It looks like it needed repairs at one point. The taxes on this home are $8,311 per year. Home can be resold for around $400,000 when it's in good condition. Budget $60,000 for repairs, and the rent for this home can be around $2,500 a month.
All right, and from what I have on title, I'm showing the open loan amount as 322 right now. That's from PHH. Other than that, everything seems to be clean. Just make sure you call and check on those taxes, because the taxes on this property are a little bit higher than the rest.
I expect, based on the numbers we have here, to get around $225,000 to $230,000 for the purchase of this property. Your all-in costs should be anywhere between $35,000 and $50,000 at closing. That includes, again, insurances, points, title, everything. When I talk about closing costs, I am talking about everything you're going to need, not just the amount of money you're going to have to get to a lender. So again, a property like this with us, anywhere between $35,000 and $50,000, depending on experience.
All right, the roof on this house is found to be in fair condition and may need to be replaced. Siding on the house is vinyl and above average condition, as well as all the fascia boards and soffits and rake boards. The window and trim and gutters are all good, average condition. The windows look to be newer vinyl replacements. The property is in average condition and needs some TLC. The car in front of the house needs an engine work.
Yeah. And the garage. needs a garage.
And the garage needs a garage.
Pontiac.
Working on his house, that's not starting.
Okay, guys, our next property now is 215 Madison Avenue in Perth Amboy. Approximate upside of this home is 200,000. This home is a single family home with 3 garage spaces. The living area for this home is 2,206 square feet. The lot size is 5,400 square feet. The home was built back in 1911. This home has multiple stories. I would think maybe as much as 3 stories. The MLS has confirmed 2 stories, but I see an air conditioner in the attic, so it might be finished attic as well. This home has taxes in the amount of $8,841 per year. The home can be resold when it's in good condition for about $350,000. Budget $40,000 for repairs, and you can get as much as $2,700 a month in rent. This is a good one to keep your eye on. The upside is very low.
Yeah, and just looking at what we have here, I mean, this looks like it's been a foreclosure for a while. I mean, right now the beneficiary is Wachovia, so just give you an idea how long it's been.
Far back.
Yeah, it's been foreclosed for. Other than that, everything else seems to be pretty clean. Just make sure you call and check on those taxes.
I expect to get to around $230,000 for the purchase of this property. And again, your all-in closing costs on a property like this will be around anywhere between $35,000 and $45,000, including insurances, points, and all your fees.
All right, the main roof on the house is an architectural type in above average condition. The roof on the porch was in poor condition and may need to be replaced. Siding on the house is vinyl and above average condition. The windows look to be new vinyl replacements. Chimney on the house may need some repairs. The brickwork on the porch is in average condition and may need minor repairs. And the metal railings on the porch need painting.
It's pretty tax-free.
Our next property now is 33 Collins Avenue in Port Monmouth. This home has an approximate upside of $257,000. On our next slide, we're able to confirm that this home is a single family ranch with 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, has a living area of 947 square feet. This home was built back in 1947. According to the MLS, this is a great home for first-time buyers. I don't know how that makes sense. Or an easy home to add to. So if you want to add a level, this is, I guess, a good one to do that. Has a huge backyard and total tax amount of about $4,078 per year. The home can be resold for about $285,000 when it's in good condition. Budget $45,000 for repairs, and you can get as much as $1,700 in rent.
By the way, is it true that older homes are easier maybe to add a level because newer homes are not built as solidly as some of these older homes?
Ranches are very easy to add a level to.
Yeah.
That's usually the case.
Especially the Jersey ranches in this area.
Jim will tell you more
And the
about that.
caves.
And the caves, right?
All right, title on this is just pretty cut and dry. It looks pretty decent from what I have here. Just make sure you call and check on those taxes.
Expect to get approximately $160,000 to $165,000 for the purchase of this property. Again, you can get anywhere between 85 all the way up to 100% of the purchase with us. Expect your closing costs to be anywhere between $24,000 up to $40,000 all in on this type of property, which is again pretty good.
All right. The roof on this house was an older 3-tab, which was in fair condition. The front of the house has a stone facade, which is in average condition. The siding is aluminum in average condition. The windows look to be older vinyl. Vinyl could not determine the condition of those. The metal awnings on the house are in average condition, and the property itself is well maintained.
Right now, our next property is 13 Linden Avenue in West Long Branch. Home has an approximate upside of $344,749. On our next slide, we're able to confirm that this home is in fact a single family ranch with 2 bedrooms and 2 baths. It has a living area of 1,360 square feet. Home was built back in 1948. Features also a lot size of 10,000 square feet and has a finished basement. Taxes on this home are around $7,342 per year. This home can be resold for $379,000, give or take, when it's in good condition. Budget $45,000 for those repairs, and you can get about $2,400 a year. A month in rent.
All right, title on this property, I don't have any LP information, so I can't really speak to that point. But other than that, it looks like there's just a whole bunch of refis on this up to the current mortgage just being foreclosed on. So everything looks decent. Just make sure you call and check on those taxes.
And I expect to get approximately $225,000 to $230,000 for the purchase of this property. Your all-in costs on a property like this should be anywhere between $35,000 and $50,000 to close this loan, including title, insurances, and all other expenses.
Okay, the overall condition of this house was found to be in excellent, above average condition and may have been recently renovated. Roof's an architectural type, which was in excellent condition. Siding is vinyl, which also is in excellent condition. All windows, doors, trims, gutters, garage door all look new. Concrete driveway may need some repairs. And the landscape is average condition, would need some TLC.
There we go.
Okay, guys, our next property now is 30 South 2nd Street in Highlands, New Jersey. This home has an approximate upset of $85,000. Let's go ahead and look at our next slide. Okay, so this is a single-family ranch home with 1 bedroom and 1 bath. Home has 583 square feet. It was built back in 1943. Lot size is 2,600 square feet. According to the MLS, this is a condo alternative with no maintenance fees. The taxes on this property are about $3,855 per year. You can get as much as $185,000 when this home is in good condition. You may want to budget at the very minimum of $30,000 in repairs, and you can get about $1,800 for rent on this property.
All right, so the only thing I'm showing here is the first mortgage that was taken out in 2004 for 60 grand. So I don't really know how much is actually owed on this property at this point. Other than that, the LP information looks to be good. Just make sure you call and check on those taxes.
This is a pretty low purchase price. You can expect to get around $100,000 to $105,000 for the purchase of this property. Your all-in costs will be anywhere between $15,000 to $25,000. Again, all in, that includes down payment, points, fees, and everything else. So $15,000 to $25,000 for a property that could essentially, net, $185,000 in a sale is pretty good.
All right, the roof on this house is in poor condition and needs to be replaced. Siding on the house is wood shake in fair condition with some repairs needed along with painting. Wood trim needs minor repairs and painting. Windows are older and could use to be upgraded to newer energy efficient. Cement foundation needs minor repairs and paint. Front porch and steps are in fair condition, may need some repairs and painting. The landscape needs some TLC.
Highlands is tough to find properties, I'm told.
Marlboro.
For our next property now, 6 Arlington Drive in Marlboro, New Jersey. This home has an approximate upset of $478,000. On our next slide, we're able to confirm that this home is a single-family colonial with 4 bedrooms and 3 baths. This home has a living area of 2,667 square feet. Home was built back in 1976, has almost an acre of land, full basement, all the bathrooms have been remodeled, and the home is also close to churches and houses of worship. Marlboro schools are also excellent schools, so if anyone has children, this would be a good property for them. This home has taxes in the amount of around $9,930 per year. The home can be resold for about $520,000 when it's in good condition. Budget $60,000 for repairs, and you can get as much as $3,700 a month in rent.
All right, and I don't have any LP information on this property, but other than that, I see that there's the first mortgage taken out in 2013. So just make sure you call, check on those taxes, make sure those taxes are up to date, find out how much you actually owe.
90% loan on this property will get you around $317,000. Again, a property like this, you can get up to the full amount in a loan of $352,000, assuming you get it at that price. Your all-in costs will be anywhere between $50,000 and $70,000 for this type of property.
All right, the roof on this house was found to be in average condition. The wood shake siding is in above average condition. Windows look to be recent vinyl replacements. There was no visible signs of repairs needed to the exterior, and the property itself was in average condition.
You know who the mayor
Needed
of
some
Marlboro?
TLC.
You know who the mayor of Marlboro is? Attorney John Hornick, closing attorney for hard money to the stars. Yes. Yes.
Marlboro man.
Marlboro man, John Hornick. If you borrow money, you'll probably see his name.
Our next property now is 92 Woodland Drive in Aberdeen, New Jersey. This home has an approximate upset of $146,971. This home is a single-family home with 2 bedrooms and 1 bath, living area of about 866 square feet. This house was built in 1950 and has a lot size of 4,600 square feet. Has a concrete block foundation, if anyone's interested in that. And the taxes on this home are about $5,026 per year. This home can be resold for around $291,000 when it's in good condition. Budget $60,000 for repairs, and you can get around $1,600 a month in rent.
And title on this seems to be pretty good. Nothing crazy. Just make sure you call and check on those taxes.
Again, you can get approximately 90% for purchase on this, which is around $155,000. Your all-in costs, depending on experience, can be anywhere between $20,000 up to $35,000. Again, that's all in cost, points, fees, insurances, etc. on a property like this.
All right, the roof on the house is in poor condition and needs to be replaced. The siding on the house is vinyl in average condition. Windows look to be older and may need to be replaced. Front cement porch and metal railings look to be in decent condition. Property has potential but needs a lot of TLC.
I like a concrete block foundation.
That is an excellent feature.
Excellent descriptor.
Order is this.
Sure. Turn my.
That's why it's there.
All right, guys, our next property now is 12 Bond Street in Freehold. Approximate upset is $216,883. On our next slide, we're able to confirm that this is a single-family ranch with 2 bedrooms and 1 bath. The living area of this home is 624 square feet, has a lot size of 5,000 square feet. The home was built in 1960, and according to the MLS, is a great investment potential in the downtown thriving Freehold borough. This home has $3,827 per year in taxes. Property can be resold for just over $200,000 when it's in good condition. Budget $30,000 for repairs, and you can get about $1,300 a month in rent.
All right, title on this, there is a first and second mortgage on this, so just keep an eye out for that. Make sure that they're talking about the first mortgage when it goes to sale. Other than that, everything else seems to be good. LTE looks to be good. So make sure you call and check on those taxes and make sure that they are foreclosing on the first mortgage.
Based on the as-is of $133,000, expect to get approximately $120,000 for the purchase of this property. Your all-in cost will be anywhere between $18,000 and $35,000, depending on your experience.
All right, the roof on this house is architectural type and above average condition. Vinyl siding on the house is average condition, needed some power washing. Windows look to be older and may need to be replaced. Concrete porch is in fair condition, but railings need to be added and brought to code. Property needs a lot of TLC.
Luis, I just got a question. That's not the offset code estimated debt.
Oh, estimated debt.
New Egypt.
Is that good?
New Egypt?
As opposed to old Egypt?
As I said, hit the pyramids, not too far.
You know, one's gonna stay.
That's a little TLC, as you might say.
Of course. Okay, guys, our next property. Next property now is 883 Route 539 in New Egypt, New Jersey. Let's go ahead and jump into our next slide and see what we found. According to the MLS, this is a single-family home with 3 bedrooms and 1 bath. The living area of this home is 1,446 square feet. Lot size, almost 2.5 acres. This home was built back in 1975. Home is in good condition, just needs a little TLC according to the MLS, but it is tough to find a house and a lot like this for the price in New Egypt. Total tax amount on this home are $6,861 per year. Home can be resold in the high 100s, around 163 to 175,000 probably. Your estimated construction costs of this home are $40,000 and the rent is around $1,300 a month. This seems like a pretty interesting one, right?
It is.
2.5 acres.
Yeah.
What makes it even more interesting is I have absolutely no title information on this property. So that's interesting. I do see that the LP was filed in a good time period. Other than that, I don't have much to say.
Sorry, LP?
Yeah, list pendants.
Oh, and list
Yes.
pendants.
So it's just pretty much a notice to the world that the property is going to sale essentially, and that, you know, if you have debts against the property, it's just notifying everyone of what's going on. There's time periods they need to be filed in. And this one is filed in the correct period of time. It's something good to look at because if the LPs aren't filed in the correct time periods with the same numbers, it causes issues. So it is something that you should get a search done on to make sure that things are done correctly.
Real estate education.
Based on this as-is price range around $90,000, you can expect the lender to give you anywhere between 80 to, again, up to the full asking price of almost $90,000. It's not going to cost you a lot to get into a property like this. Your closing costs should approximately be around 13 grand all in. That includes your down payment, your points, your fees, your taxes, your insurances.
All right, the roof on this house is found to be in average condition. Siding on the house is wood shake, needs minor repairs and painting. Doors are in fair condition and may need to be replaced. Windows are older and may need to be replaced. Driveway is in fair condition and needed some repairs or replacement. And the property is overgrown and needs a lot of TLC.
3 acres almost.
Where is New Egypt?
New Egypt is
Down
down
by Jack,
by like Lakewood,
Okay.
Jackson area.
Jackson, down that way.
Right in between.
It's what Southern Jersey will call North Jersey still. It's what we call South Jersey. Right? Pretty much.
Central.
Here comes Jackson.
Next property is 6 East Connecticut. Jack, I don't know what that's connection. I don't know what that's-
6
What does that
East
stand for?
Connecticut
East Connecticut.
Con.
Concourse. That's Jeopardy winner. Okay, this property.
What is a concourse?
This property appears to be a single family home with 4 beds and 1 bath. The living area on this property is 1,748 square feet. Home was built back in 1963. This home is actually featured as a short sale. So if you reach out to the listing agent, you might still get an opportunity to visit this property. According to the MLS, you will not be able to get any rebates or credits on this home. The taxes on this property are approximately $5,753 per year. You can sell this home for around $285,000 when it's in good condition. Budget at the very minimum of $45,000, and you can get about $1,800 a month in rent.
All right, and title. This is another first and second mortgage deal. So there is a first and second mortgage. Second mortgage isn't for a ton of money, and it was taken out a long time ago. So I don't even know if it's still there, but make sure they are foreclosing on the first mortgage. Other than that, make sure you check on those taxes.
Expect to get approximately around $155,000 up to $162,000 for the purchase of this property. Expect your closing costs to be anywhere between $23,000 up to $35,000 all in on this type of property.
All right, the roof on this house is in poor condition and may need to be replaced. Siding on the house is in decent shape, needs some painting. Brick facade on front is in average condition. Windows look to be vinyl replacements in decent condition. Overall, the property is in average condition and would need some TLC.
How about that tree?
Might want to take it
I
down.
don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be 4,000.
Yeah, that's a tree. That's a tree. East Connecticut Concourse. Stafford.
Our next property now is 1071 Treasure Avenue in Stafford. This home is approximately 1,709 square feet. Let's go ahead and check out our next slide and see what other information we found. So it was confirmed to be a single family home. The living area was confirmed to be 1,709 square feet. Home sits on 1/3 of an acre. It was built back in 2006 and has a 2-car garage. The taxes in this property are about $6,504 per year. This home can be sold for about $290,000 when it's in good condition. Budget $45,000 for repairs, and you can get about $1,900 in rent for this home.
All right, title on this property seems to be pretty good to go. You have the first mortgage, LP looks to be good. Other than that, make sure you call, double check those taxes, find out what's owed on the property.
Oh, neat. The as-is price range of $181,000. Expect again to be get a loan of approximately $160,000 to $165,000 for the purchase of this property. Again, it looks to be in pretty decent condition. We can possibly lend you all the way up to the full asking price of $181,700. Not the asking price, the as-is. Your total all-in cost will be anywhere between $20,000 to $40,000 on a property like this.
Right, the roof on this house is an architectural type in excellent condition. Siding on the house is vinyl in above average condition. Windows look to be new vinyl replacements. All the fascia boards and trim boards are wrapped with aluminum in a new condition. The front porch and steps are in excellent shape. Garage door looks to be new, and the landscape was well maintained.
Built in 2006.
Yep.
And there's your problem. You're too early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our next property,
That's us.
1861 New Hampshire
Avenue.
Avenue. Good call. Tom's River. Approximate estimated debt on that is just under 600,000. This home is a single-family Cape Cod style home with 3 bedrooms, 1 bath. The living area on this home is 1,748 square feet. Home was built back in 1942. It has a full finished basement and an above-ground oil tank. Taxes in this home are around $7,335 per year. This home can be resold for around $218,000 when it's in good condition. Budget $40,000 for repairs, and you can get about $1,700 a month for rent.
Great. And title seems to be pretty good on this. Got first mortgage, LP's good. So just call, check on those taxes, find out how much is owed on it.
Based on the as-is, expect to get around 90% of purchase, around $119,000, $120,000. Your all-in cost on a loan like this will be anywhere between $17,000 to $30,000, depending on your experience.
Right, the exterior of this house is in excellent condition. Looks like it was recently renovated. Roof's a new architectural type. The siding on the house looks to be vinyl, cedar impression. Windows look to be vinyl replacements in excellent condition. And the property is in average condition with needed some TLC.
Built in 42, that house looks good.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah.
This is a nice one.
That is nice.
Our next
Harbor's in Monmouth County? I didn't know.
Ocean.
Right. Middlesex, Ocean.
Our next property now is 28 Hunter Drive in Little Egg Harbor Township. Let's go ahead and jump into our next slide. Okay, so this is a single family home with 3 bedrooms and 2 baths. Home was built back in 1967 on the waterfront. It has all hardwood floors throughout and has a 67-foot vinyl bulkhead, which is good. A dock and a floater. Taxes in this home are $4,196 per year. The home can be resold over $200,000 easily when it's in good condition. Doesn't look like it needs too much work, but budget at least $30,000. Home can be rented for at least $1,400 and a lot more in the summer, I'm sure. Title on this one? That's a good deal.
Yeah, this also seems pretty good. LP's following the right amount of time. First mortgage, that's about it. So just make sure you call, check on those taxes, find out what's going on.
Again, another lower loan amount property. Expect to get around $115,000 to $120,000 for the purchase of this property. Your all-in cost should be anywhere between $15,000 and $30,000 on a loan like this. Again, I say all in. I don't just mean your down payment. I mean all your fees, all your costs, your insurances, title, etc.
All right, the roof on this house is a new architectural type in excellent condition. Wood shake siding is in excellent condition. Windows are new. Garage doors new. The entire exterior looks like it was recently renovated, probably since Sandy, and the property itself was well maintained.
A dead floater is not a dead person. That's
No,
a marine.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a dock. It's almost like a buoy. You can dock your boat in the water.
Or if you want to float somebody there.
It's also, there's an alcohol term, floater. Oh, it's something in your beer, right? It's a floater. Is it something in there?
Lord in the eye.
Yeah.
All right, guys, our next property is at 645 Innkeeper Lane in Toms River. This home has a total estimated debt of $180,000 approximately. Let's go ahead and look at our next slide and see what other information we gathered. Home is a single-family home with a living area of 1,034 square feet, has a lot size of 6,534 square feet. Home was built back in 1985, and the taxes in this home are about $2,838 per year. Home can be resold for around $135,000 when it's in good condition. Budget $30,000 for repairs, and you can rent this home for just around $1,000 a month.
All right, so we seem to be on a pretty good roll here with these first and second mortgages. So this also has a first and second mortgage on it. So just keep an eye out for that. LP looks good. Everything else seems to be pretty good. So just make sure you call and double check on those taxes.
Expect to get approximately like $65,000 to $68,000 for the purchase of this property, which would leave you only having to bring around $7,000 to $8,000 to the table. Your all-in cost on a property like this, using lender, would be around $12,000 to $13,000. I mean, this is a low loan amount. I'm guessing there's a lot of senior facility areas in Toms River, New Jersey, and that's my guess that this is one of those types of properties as well. Yeah, 50, maybe not in a community of 55. You see a lot of homes that are around the 55 plus communities, people who want to live near the same types of facilities, just don't want to pay those HOA fees that come with some of those, you know, slightly more priced gated communities.
Right, the roof on this house is in average condition. Siding on the house is vinyl and in average condition. Windows look to be new vinyl replacements. The overall condition of the house and property were average.
Got a flagpole.
Okay, our next property now is 929 Spray Avenue in Beechwood, New Jersey. Total estimated debt on this is $460,485. On our next slide, we're able to confirm that this home is a single-family contemporary style home with 3 bedrooms and 3 baths. Home was built in 2002. Kitchen appliance, what did it say? 2002, no kitchen appliances. No. Oh, wow, they took them. Yeah, house is very dirty as per the MLS too, so make sure that you account for that. The taxes on this home are around $6,964 per year. This home can be resold for just under $300,000. Budget $50,000 for repairs, and you can get around $2,000 a month. Now, according to this picture we have on our screen, it looks like the home may be vacant because it does have a notice on the door.
And also has no kitchen appliances.
It has no kitchen appliances. Has not stopped other people.
And I can tell you right now that there were soccer players in that house. The kids pounded that garage door.
I think it's purposely, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Title on this is a little interesting. So the LP history doesn't really add up, but I'm sure it's okay because it is going to sell. There is quite a history on this. The other thing that's really strange about this, which you definitely want to look way further into, is the fact that according to this, the first mortgage is less than the second mortgage, which you don't see very often. Most lenders will not give a second mortgage for more than the first mortgage. So I don't know if that's a mistake or if that's actually how it is. So this is really a property. If you are going to bid on it, I would definitely consider giving us a call and getting a little bit more background information on this property just to make sure everything looks good and it's rolling out the right way.
Look at those years. That'll give you some indication.
Expect to get approximately $168,000 based on the as-is price range. Again, that's around 90%. Depends on your experience. That number could be a little low. We could also go up to possibly the full asking price or the as-is price of $186,000. Your all-in cost should be anywhere between $23,000 to $35,000 if using a lender.
All right, the roof on this house is an architectural type in above average condition. Siding on the house is vinyl and above average condition. Windows look to be newer vinyl replacements, but there was a couple of them that were broken. The front one's actually boarded up. The garage doors are all dented up and they need to be replaced. Concrete driveway's in good condition. The landscape was in good condition with some needed TLC. Can't walk on the property, but just looking at it was at the outside. I saw all the pictures, everything looked good outside, but apparently they vandalized the garage doors. They took the appliances. You don't know what the inside looks like, really. The outside's in good shape, so from some windows.
You can't walk on the property. You can't.
You're not legally supposed to.
You cannot. do that.
That's about it. That's about it with that. I'd just be cautious of the inside because they don't look like they were very happy when they left.
Looks like
No.
the kids got to it.
No, that looks like the lower the ball comes at that level. Once they kicked it.
Nice one.
Right.
Okay, our last property for today is 51 Robbins Street in Brick. Has a total estimated debt of $258,724. On our next slide, we're able to confirm that this is a single-family raised ranch style home with 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, built in 1965. It was being sold on the MLS as an as-is condition. The home does not have utilities on at the property, so probably another vacant one. Buyer was responsible for the fire certificate when it was being sold as a short sale, so it might need some repairs on the interior. The total taxes on this home are about $5,753 per year. The home can be resold for about $253,600, give or take. Budget $40,000 for repairs, and you can get about $1,700 a month in rent.
All right, so the LP history on this looks good. I don't have any current loan history. I do have the prior owner's history, which is interesting, which might roll into the current owner, because it looks like they literally refinanced every year for about 6 years straight. So that's kind of interesting. Other than that, make sure you call and check on your taxes.
Again, yes. Based on the as-is price range of $160,000, expect to get approximately $145,000 for this property, which is about 90%. And expect your all-in cost to be anywhere between $22,000 to $35,000. That includes, again, title insurances, points, fees, etc. All in $22,000 to $35,000 on a property like this.
Okay, the roof on this house is in fair condition. The siding on the house is wood and needed some repairs and painting. Overall, the houses in property were in average condition.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. And now we're going to move to the next segment in our review, questions and answers. Luis?
Yes. Thank you, Bill. Let us know when we're ready to slide. Good. Okay, guys, so now we're going to take some questions from our viewers. First question we have for today is when do you see the most opportunity at sheriff sales? Is there a particular time in the month or year? Okay, so I guess I'll give you my perspective on this. Usually towards the winter months, you may have less competition. So you may want to maybe focus your attention on that. But to be honest with you, there's probably not one great perfect time. You just have to be consistent because you just never know when that opportunity is going to be there. So rule of thumb, usually winters are a little bit quieter for competition, even though the last few years have been pretty crazy throughout the whole year. Summertime, obviously more people come out, better weather, people feel a little more ambitious. So you may want to limit yourself to your summer purchases, but to be honest with you, just be consistent. You never know when someone's going to sleep in. You never know when someone's going to slip on a property and not go for it. So just be there as much as possible. Yes?
I can even comment on that. We do a lot of foreclosure work at Fortune. And, our traditional work, which should be, to normal people selling the home, slows down a little bit, but the foreclosure work never stops. They keep going all year. So it is nonstop. They don't care what season it is. They will be, if it's up for sale and that's the time it's coming up, that's when it's going to sell.
Money never sleeps.
All right.
Okay, next question. What is a typical price for title insurance on one of these properties? Right.
Like $2.3 million roughly. It varies. There's really no way to give you like a definitive answer. I can run a quote for you, but it really varies with the purchase price of the property. The policy is based off of a percentage of the first purchase price of the property. So, the more the property costs, realistically speaking, the more your title insurance is going to cost. There are some set costs that are involved, especially on foreclosure properties, like a chancery abstract, to make sure that the foreclosure was done correctly. But if you get a search done prior to, like if you do contact us and you do get some work done prior to actually getting the insurance, especially on the sheriff's sale, we credit you back down when you actually go to get your insurance. So if you do want to get an actual number, shoot me an email. I'll give you an email at the end, and I can definitely get you a more definitive number.
And I would say if establish a relationship with Greg or someone else and you're doing business consistently, they're more likely to do certain things for you as opposed to someone calling up and just asking for a favor. You could potentially get some favors if you're an investor dealing with you all the time.
As long as we're highly regulated, so as long as it's inside the area, where we're good. If it is a high volume of work, we can definitely work with you.
Yes.
Okay, our next question. What are some neighborhoods you think are up and coming right now? Jim, you drive around a lot. Have you seen a lot of construction in certain areas, or?
It depends. A lot of the suburbs, you got a lot of cities that are, coming up. I haven't really, I'm not sure of any like certain ones. I think with real estate might know.
What about your town?
My town, yeah, it's about average. There's not a lot of buys there right now.
Sounds yours.
I'm in Greenbrook.
All right.
Yeah, there's not a lot of foreclosures really.
What about you, Dave? Anywhere down south?
Yeah, down south, as we've talked about before, in South Jersey, Philadelphia is obviously a still growing market in a very big way. The surrounding towns, for a lot of people who are newly getting into real estate investment, they can find an easier price point, a lower price point in towns surrounding Philadelphia, like towns like Pennsauken, places like that. There are people that buy really low cost properties in Gloucester City and stuff like that, but that brings a different type of investor to it as well. That's a very management intensive process. But again, South Jersey is going to cost you less to get in than the northern Jersey towns, especially on flips. And again, Philadelphia is a great place. And as you know better than anybody, anywhere along the train line from where we are sitting today, from let's say down from New Brunswick to Piscataway, running all the way up the corridor to New York City.
I mean, Greg.
Well, I'm in the Cedar Grove, Verona area, so it's Essex. There's a lot going on by us. I mean, you're starting to see Bloomfield, Nutley, they're starting to explode a little bit with the Roche complex being revamped. You're seeing a lot of investors move into like Nutley, trying to get that up because you have a lot of medical students coming in. So areas that were a little bit slower in the past, you're starting to see a lot more stuff and a lot of properties move in.
Yeah, I didn't think about it. By me, you got Denellen with the train, any of the train corridor, Denellen, Piscataway, Plainfield, not Piscataway, Denellen, Middlesex, Boundbrook, Somerville, Plainfield, all in that corridor.
Yeah, for sure. Elizabeth,
North Jersey City,
That whole Bradford Island.
All those are correct. Absolutely. Rahway is one of the
Northeast
hottest
corridor.
markets.
Dave mentioned the 130 corridor, 295 corridor.
What's going on with Rahway?
Rahway has experienced a revitalization because it's been deemed as like an arts kind of like town. Yeah, district. So ever since then, there's been a lot of construction. There's been a lot of stuff going on. Plus, everyone's forgotten that they've got a train line and they got a yacht club, believe it or not, too. Sits on the water. So, they have an inlet. So a lot of great stuff there. There's really nice parts of Rahway, and it borders a lot of great other towns like Colonia and, Clark. And so some people like starting to, the ones that are priced out of those towns are going into
It's just weird because you grow up thinking Rahway, you're like, oh, the prison's in Rahway. It's just like a weird.
That's really not. But it's funny.
No, but like, yeah, right, true. But like that was what it was referred to as. And I know people that have moved out of Westfield into Rahway.
Yeah.
Especially kids are kind of off to high school and stuff, college, and they're kind of moving for, a little bit further north. So I just heard a lot about Rahway.
Yeah, quick tidbit on Rahway. That used to be actually like the mecca for millionaires at one point around the revolution of, early 1900s. But then at one point it just started to lose its luster and started to phase out. But now it's on the comeback.
Milton Lake section.
Yeah. Nice area. All right, next question, guys. Is there any opportunity to partner with investors to contribute a portion of the purchase price for one of these auction properties? Okay, anybody want to try to address that? Or?
I can address that generally. And we've talked about this before. If you're buying a property, you're buying it in an LLC. And within that LLC, you have to, your partnership is broken up as such. You can break it down any way you like. From our perspective, or lender's perspective, let's say one person had money but bad credit and one person had experience. You can put both people in the LLC. They won't use the credit of anyone who's less than 25% within the LLC. So it won't affect your ability to borrow money. But at the end of the day, I would say go to meetups and meet people. Some people have money and they want to invest and they don't have the time to invest. They don't have the know-how to invest. So if you found a property that's an investment grade property, you can probably find the partner out there, but you have to go out there and you have to meet those people.
So you can be a silent partner, technically a silent partner on an LLC as long as you're less than 25%.
Well, for Templeview, it's less than 25%. For some other lenders, it's less than 20%. Okay. So again, if you have cash and bad credit and you want to be in the LLC, you just have to make yourself less than 20% of the LLC. And you know what? Truth be told, after, whatever happens after a loan's closed, whatever becomes that LLC, that's, up to the LLC. They can change the partnership agreement at that point. Yeah. But in order to get a loan, they're always looking to see that the LLC has experience and it has the credit score to close a loan. So as long as the person with bad credit is less than 25%, they won't run that person's credit. But I always say, go to meetups, look for people who are looking to invest, who can bring something to the table that you can. Don't just go to meetups saying, I want to do something and I don't bring anything to the table. But you can find the money if it's a good investment property, I would say.
Okay, so
good answer. Well, guys, Greg has to go. So, Greg, where can he find you if he needs you?
All right. So, if you want some more information on, cost of title insurance or some of our other programs we offer for pre-auction reviews and whatnot, you can shoot me an email. It's Greg, Greg, at fortunereo.com. Or honestly, you can just call me anytime, 973-226-6555, by extension 128. Give me a call if I'm not in the office because I'm not on closing sometimes. Just leave me a message and I'll give you a call back.
Thank you, Greg.
Thanks, brother. Good luck, man. Okay, our next question. Our next question for today. What do you like to look for in a house to determine if you will have low overhead on the rehab? All right, so Jim, I'll let you take that.
Yeah, that one, it's a flip of the coin. When you're going to look at the exterior, and you're going to see the exterior is in excellent condition. You're going to hope that the inside is the same way. If they kept the outside well maintained, most chances are they kept the inside. But that's kind of a flip of the coin.
Yeah.
They could have just recently renovated the exterior. They went into foreclosure, and the interior could have a 50s and 70s kitchen and bathrooms in it, need to be updated, or they might be hoarders. You don't know.
The bottom line is,
and the interior could be excellent condition. The exterior could be, but you're going to get a good sight from the outside. That's the only bottom line. To flip of the coin, you're going to have to go for your gut feeling, really.
Yeah. Like me, I look good inside though. A mess.
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately, you'll have to talk to contractors in the area who have experience in that area to give you an idea of, even if a property has, if a property was built in 1975, or 1985, and they haven't changed the inside for this entire 30-year period, then you're going to have to replace the bathrooms. You're going to have to replace the kitchens. You're not going to really know until you really get inside. Or someone could have updated the property in 2004, 2005, and then the economy went the other way, so you could have new furnishings inside. So you just don't know until you get inside. I would always say to your best guesstimate when you're estimating these things is go high and don't leave yourself open to any surprises.
I'll just add one quick thing to it. Sometimes people get too caught up in what the house looks like in order to save money. You should also focus on what contractor you pick, because you could pick the wrong guy and have to do everything all over again. So a guy like Jim from Jersey Strong is a reputable person you guys can use. So that'll definitely save you money in the long run. Okay, next question. Okay, why do so many properties postpone to a later auction date? Okay, good question. Reason is sometimes people are still living in the home. So if they're living there, they're going to try their very best to extend their time in which they can modify or short sell or do whatever they have to do in order to save that property. So that's why you see it adjourned. And then if they're filing bankruptcy, forget it. I think it could adjourn forever. So that's the reason why I think a lot of properties do get postponed. So hope that answers your question. Let's go ahead and jump into the next one. How do I know how much money in cashier's checks I need to bring to the auction? Okay, I have my formula. How about you?
I would say bring what is your budget, what is not more than what you're willing to spend, and bring denominations. Don't bring checks for $20,000. Bring denominations, because anything you give to the sheriff, they're not going to give you money back. So if you're putting down $30,000 and you only have 2 checks for $20,000, you're giving them $40,000.
No change.
No change. So just bring the right denominations, and I would say don't go above the amount you're budgeted for. Yeah.
Quick tip on that: don't ever go to an exact amount. Don't go to 200 or 150 or 250. Always go an odd number up, because most people are going to go to 200. So go to 203 or 205 or 227. Bring that much. All right, next one. Okay.
The pace.
Yeah. What is the pace? What is the pace like at these auctions? Are the bids taken rapidly?
Sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes.
It depends on your sheriff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can say in Philadelphia, they're taken pretty rapidly, and across the river in Gloucester County, it's pretty slow.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Fluctuates
in
from
Monmouth County, I don't even think they do a count.
Yeah.
I don't even think they count them off.
In Monmouth
They
County?
don't even going once, going twice. They literally, I think they hit the number. Anyone else, salt.
Yeah.
They don't even count. So
If they don't see your hand up, forget it.
I always say go to an auction before you bid at that auction.
Just to get a feel of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there's no one way in which these are done. So just go beforehand to figure it out. All right. Next thing, do you have to register for sheriff sales? Yeah, you have to get there nice and early in some of these counties and register. Some counties allow you to register after you win, but some don't. So please make sure you get there at least half an hour early to make sure you get parking and you register before you get there. Some auctions you can do online.
And we want to note that you can pre-register for Monmouth County.
Yeah.
And we would encourage you to do that. It is a very good service for you. They can give you some information they have going there. So yes, and we've been very instrumental with helping Monmouth County.
They're very forward thinking.
Yeah.
Good people over there. Is there an area where it would be possible to purchase a property for $150,000 or less?
I just looked at our list. We guesstimated 7 properties today, more than one in every county, in Monmouth, Ocean, and Middlesex County. So there are clearly areas where you can purchase a property for $150,000 or less. Again, I live in Philadelphia. Philadelphia included, South Jersey, even easier. Closer you get to New York City, the more unlikely.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Further north you go, the less likely you are to get that price. Okay, when can you start the relocation negotiation for any tenants in an occupied property? Okay, so if you buy a property that's occupied, you can't start negotiating while you're under contract with the sheriff's department. You have to wait till you take possession of that deed, and then you can start negotiating with these folks. If they don't cooperate, obviously the next step would be to take legal action, but please wait till you have a physical deed in your hand in order to be able to do that. So it does become difficult in some counties. I'm not sure how to handle it in counties where you have to wait a few months to have your sheriff's deed. But you should definitely speak. I wish Joe was here. You can speak to an attorney, a real estate attorney, and figure out what you would do in a case where you closed on the property, you paid for it, you have your HUD-1, but you don't have a deed. I'm not sure if there's any exceptions to the rule. Guys?
All right. No.
Good? Anything to add?
No.
Bill?
Okay, great. I want to thank everybody for joining us for our Middlesex, Monmouth, and Ocean Park. Just want to let our family know that we'll be doing a November 15th event, live event at the famous Westwood, downtown Garwood, New Jersey. I will have my famous expert real estate panel here. We're going to go through some live properties coming to sale in the month of November, and of course give you a review of the auction.com website and the sheriff sale process. So again, we would like for you to come, keep informed through the Facebook event calendar at auction.com. Also, I want you to be advised about the auction.com Learning Center. Be sure to look at that and our new foreclosure tracking mobile app. I can't tell you what a valuable resource and benefit this can be to you. So once again, take care of all of these resources we have you. They're all free. Once again, we're going to wrap this up. We'll see you next month for Middlesex, Monmouth, and Ocean will be on November 27th.
Jim, you want to close out?
Yeah, right. My name is James Sark with Jersey Strong Construction. We're a full construction company. We help you from acquisition of a home. Actually, I'm proud to say that I'm part of the family here at Cultural Estate under Lewis Levy here. So I'm a real estate agent. I can help you find a home. evaluate the home for cost of the construction. And my company could do everything from the basement to the roof,
Exactly. So yeah,
design and everything.
having a real estate agent that also is a contractor, or having a contractor that's also a real estate agent, is an invaluable asset to any team. So if you guys are looking for a good guy, this is your man.
And I'm David Weintraub with Templeview Capital. You can reach out to us at templeviewcap.com. There's a lot of lenders out there. I think we do as good a job as any. You can reach out to us through our website. Again, we go up to really 100% of purchase financing for those who have experience. But just reach out to us anyway, because I do believe versus other lenders and the speed at which we work, you'll find yourself very satisfied.
So you're worse in pricing. We're
the worst.
No, I hear good things.
So
about
aggressive, it actually shocks me, quite frankly.
Awesome. That's awesome. Good stuff. Okay. And I am, once again, Louis Leyva, the CEO of Culture Estate. If you guys are looking to purchase your first investment property, or you're a seasoned investor, you can visit us at culture.estate. Or if you're thinking of getting licensed in real estate or making a transition to a different office, same thing, visit us at culture.estate. Thank you all once again for watching, and we're pleased to help anybody out in any way possible. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
All right.